Here's Peugeot at the Paris Motor Show. You're exhibiting the 308cc, which we'll see as a practical car in the showrooms in the spring. You're also exhibiting three very, very striking concept cars with hybrid drive. What's Peugeot trying to do through design here at the Paris Motor Show?
I think, as you know, there's a really big tendency to come back to certain values that we've explored before in the past in automotive design, aerodynamics, and also economical ways of propelling the cars forward. We have three concepts which are hybrids, very powerful statements. One car which has 200 horsepower, the other with 300 horsepower, with 109 grams of CO2, so it's pretty high-tech technology. And from a design point of view, we have two different concepts which look at how we can package these kind of things. Within design, within Peugeot, one of the most important things that we look at in any design is the balance and the shape, the forms of the cars. If I take the Prologue is it's almost a kind of laboratory of ideas from a styling point of view. We have an SUV crossover image, and with this particular car we have the wheels nicely placed, nicely balanced, with the flats on the wheel arches, the sill line which is lifted, so this gives the security and the kind of feel for the SUV. If you look at the A-pillars on the car, they pushed really far forward windscreen, the cab forward look again from Peugeot, which gives this immense sensation of volume, space, in French we say luminosity inside the car. And the third aspect in hybridization of the actual concept is the poste de conduite, the dashboard. The dashboard itself is like a fighter plane layout, with the console very, very high, sloping central console, head-up displays, perfectly designed, ergonomics, and obviously a dynamic driving position. So within this one concept, the Prologue, there is so many things that have come together with the technology to back it up.
Now, Peugeot, we know, have always been strong in the scooter market, and you've got a pretty amazing little design over there, the scooter.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and you know, there's not that many companies in the world that they can say that they have also motorcycles and cars within the same group. Obviously, there's Honda and there's BMW, but Peugeot have this branch, and for the future we'd like to explore our designers, our in-house designers within direction for the scooters, and try to really bring this forward within the company. And this particular design is interesting because it's, as you've seen, it's a covered kind of vehicle. It's fairly wide, but it's narrow enough to still nip through the traffic, and you have the minimum protection over the roof. Also, you can carry a passenger on the back, which I think is one of the first scooters to do this.
You've also got a racer that's too clever to race. It's a hybrid-powered racer, and the regulations don't even exist for it. We know you're very strong in diesel racing and Le Mans, things like that, but this hybrid one, very clever idea.
Yeah, it's an interesting project, and it's something that's been really nicely developed. This is what Peugeot is all about for us. You know, we can design cars which have this kind of emotion and put the technology in it as well to back it up.
With Boris Reinmoller, who is the designer of the RC-HY hybrid concept car here at the Paris Motor Show. Boris, it's a beautiful car, a wonderful finish in this Metallure finish that you've got for it. But what are you trying to say with this car? What are you trying to do?
We wanted to express, thank you first for the compliment. We wanted to express the future design of Peugeot with this car. We wanted to express what we're going to do in the future in terms of finishing and in terms of design solutions and detail.
A car like this, it's a beautiful design exercise. What does it say about the way that Peugeot is going for the future?
We're trying to be more expressive in emotional ways, try to be more sculptural, try to be as dynamic and automotive as possible. And this is our latest language, which we try to transfer also to future projects.
With Pierre-Louis Collin, who's Managing Director of Peugeot in the UK, the 308's been a tremendous success for you in the UK. We've had the 3-door, we've had the 5-door, we've had the station wagon, the SW. Now we're getting the CC, the convertible, and that for you must be the icing on the cake.
This is a very, very important moment for us because, as you know, CC, we've been the brand who introduced CC in mass for the general public with 206cc some time ago. This is the fourth version of a CC in a range. It's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. It's really something which is expected very much by all the dealers, by all our customers, and I'm sure it will be a tremendous success on the UK market.
Now, when we know it's going to arrive in the spring, what's it going to mean to Peugeot out there for the dealers, for the customers, just as we go towards the summer in England in 2009?
So, first of all, I hope it will bring some sun back to next summer. I think that the importance of a car which is extremely strong in terms of image is something important in the current conditions we are going through, because Peugeot image probably in the recent years did suffer a little bit on the market. I think that since we introduced 207, we see that we are gaining back again some ground, but we need really strong image product like 308cc to push ahead the brand again as it used to be maybe in the past.
And you're a designer, you're not a businessman, as it were. We do live, though, in pretty interesting economic times. What does it mean to you to be showing such a confident front to the world in terms of design at a show like this, at a time like this?
The Paris Motor Show is our motor show, and it's here where we have to show the world what we're capable of doing. From a design point of view, we know that the first aspect often to sell a car is in its design. So within the company, obviously, there's been a lot of resources placed and belief in the design department, along with the engineers and the marketing. And I think the show today shows the statement of confidence, which you've mentioned, that we're confident for the future, that we can still maintain the dynamic projects and advance forward for the future.